We live in a time when great spiritual forces are powerfully available to us. People of goodwill everywhere are responding, organising and mobilising in groups and movements large and small to improve conditions and build right and just relationships. There is a growing recognition of the web of life that connects all things at the fundamental level of spirit. We are all one, and the divisions which previously separated us along the lines of sex, class, religion and culture are breaking down under the impress of the inpouring energies. Humanity is the connecting link, receptive to that which lies above, sometimes known as the kingdom of God, and the distributor of that energy to the lower kingdoms of the animals, plants, and mineral worlds. At no other time of the year is humanity's role in this linking, distributing capacity more important than at the full moon of May, known as Wesak. Wesak is an annual day of meditation and prayer, a time for spiritual people of all faiths and traditions to link together in mind and heart, and through the imagination to participate in an event of supreme spiritual contact. Wesak takes place when the sun is in the sign of Taurus, the sign of illumination and vision, a sign closely connected with the Buddha. Every year down the ages, Buddhists have celebrated Wesak during the May full moon. They continue to gather in their millions for meditation, ritual and ceremony to honour three of the most significant events in the life of the Buddha, the Lord of Light, the messenger from the East.
Siddhartha Gautama, the future Buddha, was born during the May full moon, over 500 years before the birth of Christ. He also attained enlightenment beneath the Bodhi tree on the May full moon, and at the age of 80 he died during the period of the May full moon. It is these events that are honoured by the Buddhist community. But Wesak is also increasingly coming to be known as the festival of the living Buddha, who returns each year to humanity at great sacrifice, bringing a blessing and radiating energies of enlightenment. Joining with the Christ and the saints of all traditions, the Buddha makes a great approach to humanity. Through prayer and meditation, people of goodwill can use the power of the creative imagination to take part in this event and to aid in the distribution of the Buddha's blessing. The Wesak Festival is not an abstract exercise, unconnected with world affairs. In fact, the energies released by the Buddha at Wesak aid the shift in consciousness that is occurring, helping to stabilize us in spiritual being, disrupting old and limiting thought forms, and building in new and expansive ones. The more people who participate in this event with focus and concentration, the greater will be the release of the lighted energies of the Buddha. There is an ancient legend which states that at the time leading up to the Wesak full moon, people from surrounding regions make their way to a little valley in Tibet, on the further side of the Himalayas. They travel as pilgrims of light. These pilgrims are said to be joined by a group of those great beings who are the custodians on earth of God's plan for our planet and for humanity. The Christ, the avatars of all the ages, the saints and rishis, acknowledged by all faiths. These lords of compassion range themselves in the northeastern end of the valley. As the time of the full moon approaches, a stillness settles down upon the crowd. The moments prior to the full moon are pervaded by a great silence, brimming with vitality and significance. The expectancy in the crowd becomes great and the tension is real. A potent vibration is felt by the entire body of people. It has the effect of awakening the souls of those present, fusing and blending the group into one united whole, and lifting all into a great act of spiritual demand and readiness. The world's aspiration for light is focused in this group of people gathered in the valley in Tibet. The Buddha and the world teacher, the Christ, come together as the closest of brothers to release the blessing into the world. The world teacher turns to face all present as he intones a great invocative mantra used only once a year. This invocation sets up a vibration of such potency that it reaches up from the group to God Himself. It marks the supreme moment of spiritual effort throughout the entire year, and the spiritual vitalization of humanity lasts throughout the succeeding months.
Wesak provides a vital opportunity for all who seek to be of service at this time. The most important way to make use of this opportunity is to prepare our consciousness. Following whatever practices that are central to our spiritual life, we can make a special effort at this time to be clear in our thinking and sensitive to the higher possibilities for humanity. We should do whatever we can during the period of the full moon to stand as the detached observer. The goal is to hold a focus of sustained inner silence, keeping in mind the needs of our fellow human beings. If possible, meet together for group meditation sometime during the 18 hours preceding the full moon, and, if possible, at the exact time of the full moon itself. Many people use the Great Invocation on this day. This is an ancient prayer of tremendous potency that aids in aligning and focusing human will to illumine consciousness. When the Great Invocation is used, it can be followed by the sounding of the sacred word, the Om. During the 2 days prior to the full moon, on the day of the full moon itself, and on the 2 succeeding days at sunrise, 12 noon, 5 p.m, at sunset, as well as at the exact time of the full moon. When the invocation is used simultaneously by hundreds of thousands of people throughout the world, saying the words aloud when possible, a volume and quality of sound of real potency is created. The opportunity before us now is to channel the powerful forces available at this time in the service of the whole. As we work together with others, we can call forth the response from the Buddha and all the great lives who brood over our planet, releasing a flood of spiritual power that will lead to definite changes in human consciousness and in conditions in our needy world. The Tibetan, whose teachings are available in books by Alice Bailey, has said that no cost is too great to receive the spiritual enlightenment that is possible at the time of Wesak. Through our participation, we can help shift the balance of forces in our planet towards the light. Please join with other like-minded people around the world in this planetary service. The Great Invocation. From the point of light, within the mind of God, let light stream forth into human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love, within the heart of God, let love stream forth into human hearts. May the coming one return to earth. From the centre, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the centre, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.